Hi guys, welcome to the live stream. If you are looking this on, if you're looking after the live stream, it's a long, you can go forward and back. How's everybody doing? So, what are we gonna look at today? I'm gonna start Bitcoin, something like that. The central plan, yes. What's up? What's up? What's up? Sup? The late captain is here. The late captain. How you doing, man? Woman. How you doing, woman? So how's everybody doing? How we doing? You doing nice? Big up from Morocco. Hi Morocco, Casablanca. Fantom. I'm gonna start with Fantom, guys. I'm gonna start with Fantom. Evening, Martin. Evening, Salim. I don't. Okay, let's start with Fantom. We're gonna add this. First, let's start with Bitcoin and see what Bitcoin is doing now. But are you guys panicky? I don't know if you guys are panicky. Nah, people are not panicky. People are chill. People are chill. Interesting past 6 to 8 weeks. Not actually. It's been kind of going sideways. I think, I mean, it's been going a little bit down and stuff like that. Maybe there is some kind of, line up here. I don't know. Maybe some kind of line up here. Maybe we're holding some kind of line down there. I'm gonna break this on downside, guys. I don't think we're gonna break on downside. Maybe. Any updates on MTV? Cardano stake pull opera, other Cardano, I'm panicking. Did you see the newest video from Tech Lead? I'm gonna show you. So there's this guy on YouTube called Tech Lead, and if you go to his channel, he mentioned his latest video called "How to Make Money in Crypto 2022." He totally.
All right, welcome back. Glad the holiday breaks Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Polygon Matic, Avalanche be a part of. Now, speaking of EVMs, get all the other Ethereum.
He totally wrecks Cardano in the video, like. You might want to check out the video, but he totally wrecks, Cardano's fundamentals in this video. So I think it was interesting. It was interesting. You said no stream on Twitter, but you still came. Yeah, I was thinking like, do I have anything better to do? I don't think so. I don't think I have anything better to do, Okay, let's see what the Bitcoin is doing right now. And you can see Bitcoin is going kind of sideways down here. If you go to the daily chart up here, daily chart is kind of, it kind of went a little bit on downside, bounced up right back down again. It looks like it wants to break on the downside, but let's check Ethereum as well. USDT up here. You'll see that Ethereum also, it is in some kind of falling wedge down here, and like I said in today's video, I think this is gonna break towards the upside. Towards the upside. Let me just pull out remove the RSI and this indicator around here, mostly because of the momentum is it's losing momentum while it is going towards the downside. So I think this is gonna break towards the upside. So just by looking at Ethereum, you might assume that Bitcoin will follow Ethereum if this breaks to the upside. So that's why I'm still still having a lot of faith in Bitcoin will bounce towards the upside. Let's see just this on 2-day chart and see how this actually looks at. Like 2-day chart, so this went up down. Yeah, there is no 2-day chart up here, but this momentum is still losing momentum. I think this is gonna break towards the upside. So this is a 2-day chart of Bitcoin, and there's a lot of nice lines on Bitcoin right now. A lot of nice lines. This week we actually managed to close below the 50 moving average, which is quite bad, but never say never, and we just might end the week in green, but right now we are a little bit down. Now there's still 6 days left on the week, so never say never. Of course, I'm still keeping my bullishness until we break certain levels of support. Let me just remove the moving averages up here for a second. I'm gonna show you. There are definitely some nice interesting lines up here that can be drawn. Something like this up here. You see this one? Maybe you should use the weekly time frame for this one up here, because there is definitely some nice lines. You can see this weekly nice line up here. I mean, it is nice weekly line. I mean, you cannot argue that, very nice week on the downside, holding this support down here. I mean, it was trying to break. Here it broke on downside, and then we dumped, and then right back up again with a wick on the downside. second week on downside, we, you know, overshoot with this week, you know, but right now we're kind of going slowly towards the downside. So we are definitely some kind of support right now, and the question is Bitcoin gonna, you know, bounce out of this alive or not? And I think it's gonna bounce out of alive right now. Let's see up here on the 2-day chart. Up here, 2-day chart, it has a lot of divergence going on, or it did had a lot of divergence going on. So, you know, this was going towards the downside, going towards the upside, but right now we are still going a little bit towards the downside, and the momentum is also decreasing while we are going towards the downside. So I'm expecting bounce, but you know, this bounce is not coming, guys. This bounce is not coming. So we are expecting some kind of, you know, some kind of bottom down here. When it was going down, we got some kind of bounce that was nice. Then we right back down again to the support level down here again, and right now we're kind of going sideways. So are we gonna close the day below this level down here? I'm gonna show you down here. That's the level to close below. If you close below 46 113, it might just give, you know, bears a little bit more bearishness to push the price on the downside. But we're gonna see, because right now it is a little bit hard to tell. It is definitely a little bit hard to tell, but you know, we have been, you know, at this level for several times right now. This is 1 2 3 4 5, this is 6th time we are at the same level. So, you know, I'm thinking this is pretty decent support level down here. I'm thinking it's accumulation zone, and I'm thinking, you know, eventually this is just gonna, you know, bounce towards the upside. So I'm definitely bullish on, still bullish on, sorry, I didn't mean to press that. I'm definitely still bullish on Bitcoin, and I think that Bitcoin should continue towards the upside. Now, you know, never say never, and this can definitely break on the downside, and we might see, you know, some kind of lower levels, but right now I'm not 100% convinced, but you know, I am very bullish on Bitcoin right now, and I think this is some kind of loss that we need a little bit bigger bounce than this over here. I think we need a little bit bigger bounce than this up here that actually happened. I think we need a little bigger bounce than that. So we're gonna see how that actually plays out. But if you start falling below this you know, level of support right over here, it might start looking bad, you know. And if it starts looking bad, you know, who knows what's gonna happen. So bullish on Bitcoin, bullish on Ethereum. Ethereum is in a falling wedge with you know, losing momentum here on the daily time frame. You can see on the daily time frame it is losing momentum towards the upside. So I'm thinking it needs to bounce. Yeah, it does look bad, but you know, the setup is, you know, getting because it is below the moving average, it is getting pushed on the downside, but it is falling wedge, it is losing momentum, and I think this actually eventually has to, you know, break to the upside. ADA will have her day. Yeah, it probably will have her day. Okay, so we are looking at Bitcoin, we are looking at Ethereum. What are we gonna look at next? Somebody said Fantom. Yeah, Salim. Yeah, let's check out Fantom, because Fantom has been performing. Fantom has been performing very well lately. So you can see here it is still climbing towards the upside, and there is no stopping this. This is on the daily time frame. So I was actually watching up the Fantom. You can see here it was in, you know, it climbed a little bit up here and then started going into some this consolidation part up here. That came to some kind of bottom down here at 1.3 or something like that, and then it bounced. It bounced above the moving averages. It bounced above the trend line. You know, it went down for a retest, started going up above this level up here, and right now continuing climbing towards the upside. So the question is not if it's gonna climb it, but the question is where the you know, support and resistance lines are, how high can go. You can also see on the weekly time frame that Fantom is actually quite bullish indeed. You know, 2 weeks ago it managed to, you know, pump really hard above the moving averages up here, and right now slowly climbing up. So of course the first resistance is gonna be a previous top up here. Let me see if I can pull this nicely down here. Yeah, something like this up here. So this is the previous top where it was. We are still not there, so I think it still has a little bit to go left, 2.86 to hit that resistance on the upside. Now the question becomes, you know, is this it? Because you can see here on the weekly time frame that if this starts going towards the upside, it will have, you know, hard time getting above this level up here. Now it's very bullish. It will definitely get above 86 levels here in the RSI, and can definitely just continue pumping towards the upside. I don't see anything bearish or anything, you know, problematic right now on Fantom. It is bullish. Everybody is talking about Fantom, so hype is definitely there. Technicals are there because you're above all the moving averages on all time frames. You are moving towards the upside. There is, you know, momentum is increasing. You know, everything is fine. There is no overextended levels. Maybe on some small time frames, it's gonna have some kind of pullback because it did pump 10%. You know, like over here, it goes up and the pumps maybe up here, maybe a small dump down here on the short time frames. But when you're looking at daily time frame stuff like that, it does look very good, and I have absolutely no reason to believe that this is, you know, gonna stop. You know, it is nice. It is nice. Now after 2.86, because 2.86 is natural resistance, it has to break here because it's previous stop. Then, you know, once it breaks that, we might, you know, argue that there are other resistance towards the upside. Of course, I don't like this stop up here, but you know, we take what we get. We take what we get. Maybe something like this. Maybe this looks more nice, legit. So maybe, you know, after this 2.86, we have a depends on if it gets this week or next week, around 4.34 or 4.4, something like that. I would say that's the next resistance. You know, guys, we don't do Fibonacci extension stuff like that on this channel. So we're trying to find natural psychological levels of resistance, and you know, around 4.5. 4.6, give or take, in this area up here. That should be, you know, after 2.9, that should be the next resistance, because you can see the trend line up here really coming to this 4 point something levels, and you know, that's pretty big move. Actually, that's pretty big move. That's something like, yeah, 55% towards the upside right now. Now, if it for some reason managed to break this trend line up here, I think it's just gonna explode towards the upside, because this is a very steep trend line towards the upside, and if it manages to break that, it's going to increase in speed. So, you know, can it break 2.86? Definitely. Can it break 4.6? I think it's a little bit harder to break, since this line is not going, you know, sideways, it's going towards the upside. But if it managed to break 4.6, something like that, 4.5, 6, 7, give or take, I think this can actually perform very nicely. So definitely bullish on Fantom. It looks nice right now, up 12% or something like that. Sweet. Sol, late captain for you, anything. Sol, what is Sol, by the way? Sol Plasma, let's go crypto, it's on Tether. Fansma, probably this one. It's on Qcoin, guys, it's on Qcoin. So we're gonna do this. It's only on Qcoin. Yeah, we're gonna do Qcoin charts, guys. We're gonna do Qcoin charts, because, you know, find the next gem on Qcoin, get 20% off, use the link below in the description. See, I can shield my stuff, I can shield my links as well. I don't, do I actually have, let me check, let me double check. We're gonna check Sol. Sol is just going towards the upside. Let's see up here, let's see up here. Let's see up here, let's see up here. It might just give, you know, bears a little bit more. Okay, let me shit while I'm at. BPro Kukion. Gaming blockchains. Okay, let's continue, guys. Let's continue look at it. So let's put back music on. It gets me in the mood. It gets me in the mood. It gets me going. By the way, guys, here are the coins that we have covered, so don't ask for these coins. Yeah, let's continue with Sol. This is a weekly time for Sol, so you can see the Sol is actually going, you know, quite nicely towards the upside. This is right now 3.2, something like that. It's only a Qcoin, so there is not a lot of data on the weekly time frame. On the daily time frame, it is you know, bullish. It is, you know, climbing up nicely. Let's see up here some resistance. Weekly resistance, it got broken. Oh, this is very bullish actually, because weekly resistance got broken last week. Weekly resistance got broken last week. Up here, you can see here, it got broken last week, and right now might have some kind of pullback back to the resistance down here. Might even go all the way down to 10 moving average, but this is a bullish move. Now it depends. Up here, did we have? Oh yeah, this was actually a 96, so technically we are having, you know, a huge divergence up here on this bullish move up here. So it is a little bit hard to tell. It is 94 nonetheless up here. So did this actually go in, you know, did we? I don't see parabolic. Let me turn off the logarithmic chart. Yeah, it looks like it went kind of parabolic, you know, up here, and this move might be some kind of, you know, secondary top up here towards the upside. Might be too early to tell. Might be too early to tell. Let's go see the daily chart. How the daily chart looks like. Yeah, so leading second phase, blow phase, but it is going towards the upside. Now I'm not quite sure on this one, because I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm going a little bit away from looking at the logarithmic chart, because on the logarithmic chart it's really hard to see, you know, some kind of, you know, parabolic moves and stuff like that up here. But right now, this on the daily chart, this on the daily chart. So on the daily chart, we got this very big wick on the upside. Is this some kind of, you know, a secondary top up here? It depends to see. The fact, how much did this actually pump from the lows? How much did it pump from the lows? This is October. So only 6 times. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. Down here, only 14 times. That's not a lot at all. That's not a lot at all. So it did not pump that much. It did not pump that much, but it has been around for a while, right? It goes back to like July 21. So it has been going for a while. Let's see back on the daily time frame. Yeah, even on the daily time frame, it is a little bit extended here away from the moving averages right now. It just went up here, created this wick down here. I'm pretty confident in this wick up here. So if it's gonna do something like this and break that on the upside, not quite. And you can see here on the weekly that it might just pull back down here. Maybe this was some kind of, you know, some kind of double top up here, some kind of overshooting, because there is definitely some kind of, you know, divergence up here on the weekly. Let's see how if there are any kind of. Let's just press this button up here. So see, there is no divergence up here. The momentum towards the upside, this was some kind of you know, went up, consolidating right now, went up there. I think right now it needs to consolidate. If it's gonna break, you know, previous high up here at what's that on the daily time frame? Yeah, it's around that. It's around 3.5. If it's gonna break that, I think it needs to have some kind of consolidation phase up here first, and then breaking it towards the upside. So because it is a little bit extended from the moving averages, so I think it needs some to consolidate here before it breaks to the upside. So I don't think it's quite ready yet. And you know, on the weekly time frame, it does look like, you know, it's creating some kind of lower highs on the RSI. So that's not yeah, that's not, you know, it went down to some kind of 69 levels, but it doesn't have that much data though. It doesn't have that much data. Yeah, what are we gonna say? I think it needs some kind of consolidation. I think it needs some kind of consolidation here. So you know, it's not, maybe not right now, but needs some kind of consolidation. The 50 moving average, of course, you don't want to break that on the downside. You don't want to break that on the downside. There's probably some kind of triangle here. Do you see the triangle? Let's go and check out if there is any kind of triangle up here on the chart. Yeah, there is definitely some kind of support line down here. You can see the support line. Yeah, that's a nice support line. Now, that said, this might be making some kind of triangle up here. Top. It's definitely, it shouldn't be like this. It should be more like this up here. Maybe it was some kind of rising wedge that they broke out of. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter whether this is rising wedge or not. I mean, it does matter a little bit if this is rising wedge. I still think it needs a consolidation here at the top up here before these moving averages come up and then continue towards the upside. So it does look nice, but you don't want to break below the 50 moving average on what's that, on a daily time frame. I think because daily time frame has been holding this 50 moving average for a long time, so if it breaks on the downside, something is wrong and shows lack of bullishness. So you know, and since you know Fantom is not yet, you know, that a lot of people are not talking about that, you know, it might, you know, lose the steam and continue on the downside. So don't lose the 50 moving average. It's right here on the downside, so you know, you don't want to break this on the downside, definitely. But up here, that's below 3.7 all the way down to 2.9. I think that's the trading range right now. I think that's the trading range right now, and I think it needs consolidating this area up here. Maybe even drop all the way down. It can drop down to these levels over here on the downside. That's anywhere between, what's that, 2.3 all the way up to, you know, 2.8, depends on where on the line it is. It can definitely drop, but you don't want to, under any circumstance, you don't want to fall below anything below 2.4 or something like that, because that's, it's, you know, up here 2.5. You don't want to fall below 2.5. I've seen better coins. It's nice, but you know, it's nice. It's nice. Okay, what are we gonna do next? What are we gonna do next, guys? What about today's moon? Yeah, guys, there is a we got. Let's go back to the Bitcoin just for a second up here. We got moons, guys. We got moons. So unfortunately, where is it? Moon phases. Unfortunately, we got the new moon popping up. You see, sorry, the 4 hour, let's see, there we go, there's the new moon. Unfortunately, the new moon did pop up and it is pushing us downside, and this new moon, it's not a very special new moon, like, where is it? This one, and this one, they have been very, very special moons. Very special moons. This is this is micro full moon, and a super new moon, but this is just normal new moon. So, but still, right now you can see this, you know, push us towards the upside. We went a little bit back down again, and right now we have this new moon that might push us on the downside, So, you know, we are always worried about the moons, but you know, we try to not take too seriously. But you know, moons are moons. What you're gonna do? And sometimes moons push you in one side. But you know, it is, you know, playing out pretty consistently down here. You know, all the way up here. You know, right now looking for some kind of downside. At least if you look at the moons, right? Hello Edward, how you doing, man? A long time no see. The Saint-Tropez raw full moons. So what's BTC? How they looks? Yeah, BTC looks fine. I think it still looks fine. It still looks bullish. I mean, it did pull. I mean, it's trying. You know, it's sitting on some kind of support. It's only if you break the support that, you know, might you know, go down. Hello Magnus, I must admit I admire your persistent hope, but the way its destiny has been written already, and it's down to the levels of few can fathom. Just see monthly chart, 8 simple moving average. I'm not bullish, you know, overall bullish. We are going to 200,000, something like that, like Coinskid or something like that. But you know, when it comes to this move down here, I think we are at some kind of lows and we need some kind of pump. You know, when we came to these kind of lows, I was expecting pump came. Unfortunately, 52 levels got rejected, right back down again. Right now, support is still holding, and I still think, you know, I still have hope that we're gonna, you know, have a nice pump. But I think we're gonna have a nice pump above 52 levels. So we're gonna see that, you know, short-term analysis. Atom is doing well as well. Okay, what is gonna be next coin we're gonna do? We just did Fantom and Sol, and the next coin is gonna be, let's see what people are talking about. Seller or not quite. Harmony 1, new all-time high around 0.45. Let's do Harmony 1 because Harmony is actually very, 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 very bullish. Now we're not gonna do moons on Harmony, but we're gonna look at Harmony, and I feel Harmony is hugely bullish, guys. I've been saying before, and you know, Harmony has, you know, the thing that, you know, it just pumped this 700% since 700% since you know, since June. 700% since June. That's 8x. And since this, you know, December dump in the last month, it did already over 100%, 130%. So it is definitely, you know, it is definitely one of these beasts right now. You know, Fantom, Harmony 1, definitely going for it right now. You can see up here, you know, this is too long time. Let's see the monthly time frame up here. Yeah, there is already the runs up here on the monthly time frame. So you know, will it do another move towards the upside up here? Get like this triple top up here. It's a monthly time frame. Let's see here on little small time frames how this is actually playing out on the RSI. Just look at a little bit, looking at on these. Yeah, so even on the RSI up here, we had the words up here, which actually corrected. You know, right now trying again to do the move. Right now getting these highs up here, these all-time highs. It's right now hitting these all-time highs. It's actually trying to break the all-time high. I know you are considering all-time high these weeks towards the upside at 0.38 or whatever this is, right? But when I'm looking at all-time highs, I'm looking at the close on the all-time highs. I think these levels are a lot more important. And even on this move towards the upside right now it's going towards the upside, while this RSI is going towards the downside. So on the weekly time frame, it is still, you know, looking like it has some kind of divergence. Now the RSI is lagging indicator, so you should not look at that too much in that respect. You can see that it's holding these bottom levels down here at 50, 50. So it went down 50 levels up, went down 50 levels, right now going towards the upside. So we're gonna see if this you know, it's only when it breaks these 50 levels I think that we might expect some kind of more move towards downside. But MACD also on the weekly time frame, let's see up here, it is losing momentum towards the upside up here a little bit. Okay, let's go to daily time frame, see what's happening on daily time frames, because it is definitely bullish towards the upside. Is there any kind of pattern to this madness up here? Let's see up here. Let's turn off the I just went parabolic, went down, a second parabolic towards the upside. It just kind of crazy moves. 0.03 right now, it's at 0.38. Wow, how much X is that actually? How much X is that? 41, 42x, yeah, and that's since January, so it is performing very nicely, definitely. So up here, let's pop the moving averages, see how the moving averages are looking right now. It is above all the moving averages on the daily and the weekly time frame, above all the moving averages right now, continuing towards the upside. So you know, it is bullish towards the upside still. Do we see any kind of, you know, danger moments in just, you know, small time frame? Because small time frame should show some kind of, you know, some kind of problems, if there are any kind of problems in the paradise. So let's try to figure out this bottom down here. Trend line is nice. Let's see the second trend line up here. Yeah, probably down all the way down here, because you know it went up here. So right now, the way I see it, let's go to the weekly time frame. Is this weekly time frame? Yeah. So this is it is climbing towards the upside, and it is going inside a very steep rising wedge up here. So might be very difficult level of resistance to break up here. Might be a difficult level of resistance to break up here. So if you look at on daily time frame, so what am I looking at right now? I think at least right now it is hitting this resistance here at 30 or something like that, right? But if it starts continuing going towards the upside, I'm definitely seeing some kind of 0.40 levels or something like that. And that's just today, you know. If you consider it, you know, in a couple of days or something like that, if this continues going to like 0.41 or something like that, but you know, around 0.41 we are gonna hit a big resistance, and this resistance is not very easy to break because it's very steep. Now if it does break to the upside, you know, and gets into this move towards the upside, it might just, you know, go do some crazy move. But I think these two resistances right now are most important to watch for. 0.38, it is bullish, it is going towards the upside, and maybe in the short term, maybe you want to have some kind of consolidation up here, because the moving averages, you know, take a little time to, you know, pick up with the price. But 0.3, 0.41, definitely very bullish on Harmony 1 still. I have not Harmony 1 for today, is up 7% or something like that, but you know, it does look good. It does look good and nice, and you can see here, this is on the 4-hourly time frame, so it's already going. I think that's entire move for today. That's it, yeah. So in the last hour it did entire move. In the last hour it did the entire move. Yeah, 8%, almost, yeah. So entire move it did in the last hour. So yeah, it started here today, so it's just now that's actually pumping. But this is actually very bullish. I've been not seeing it before. Right now above all the moving average on the daily and the weekly time frame, so it looks nice. It's going towards the upside. There is kind of some kind of resistance up here, but you know, we need to get to those levels right now. Will we actually, let's see up here, because there is definitely a trend line up here that we forgot to talk about. Yeah, the trend line is getting broken. You can see the trend, maybe if you move down here, the trend line is getting broken. So both the trend line and this resistance, yeah, I'm thinking 0.41. I think it can go definitely 0.41. How much is that? That's still like something like 30% towards the upside. Definitely, why not? It looks nice, it looks nice. Harmony 1 looks nice. Please have a look at Atom and let me know what you think. Yeah, Atom is also, I think Atom was also one of these coins that actually did nicely. Which one I'm gonna, this is Q coin. Let's do the Binance Cosmos. Yeah. Well, technically it's just climbing towards the upside up here on the weekly chart without any kind of logarithmic chart. Let's see logarithmic chart up here. Yeah, logarithmic chart shows that, you know, it is climbing on the weekly time frame. These are some kind of bottoms right now. It went to these kind of bottoms and explode towards the upside. Let's see a little bit RSI. RSI goes usually down to 45. Yeah, so 45, 45, 45 on the weekly. Yeah, so it bounces every time it gets down to the some 40 levels. It bounces off of that. That's nice and dandy. There is definitely some kind of trend up here. No, not this one. Something like this. So this is, looks like some kind of channel. Don't you see? Don't you think this looks like some kind of channel? It looks like a very nice channel. Let's draw the channel, but we're gonna remove this and we're gonna use the channel tool. How are we gonna draw this? Something like this, maybe. Not quite sure about this. Not quite sure about this. It should be around there somewhere. Doesn't matter. It is up here at 76. Right now it's hitting this first resistance up here. It is channel, and channels are easy to spot. This on the weekly time frame. So in channels, it's not actually perfect. It's not perfect. Let's see if we can draw a better channel on this chart up here. First, we need to find a nice line. You know, when drawing a channel, it's very important to find nice lines, because that line is gonna tell the story of the moves. This is a nice line. So we're gonna use this line up here. Then we're gonna extrapolate this line to other stuff towards the upside. I think it's something like this, don't you think? Okay, let's go to the weekly time frame, see how this actually looks on the weekly. Yeah, it is. It is something like that. So it's coming right now to Cosmos coming right now to the resistance here at 42. It can definitely go like 50% towards the upside up here. Actually 100% towards the upside. Can it actually go to 100% up here? It's 160%, like something like 108. Well, the channel is legit though, but every time it broke, on this channel it went down. Up here tried to break right back down again. Up here broke it, but it was hugging and right back down again. Up here broke and then right back down again. So right now the question is, are we gonna break? Are we gonna go all the way up there? That's the question. Now, if we do that, it just might, explode, because let's see up here. Let's see if this trend line. Where is the trend line? I like this trend line though. The top is here at 65. I think these three resistances should be taken into consideration when thinking about Atom. The first one is up here at what's that? That's a 41 at least. Just when looking at channels, like there are several other ways you can look at it. The second one should be around 69, and then all the way up here at 115. At least these levels of these are trend lines levels, so these should be important, right? But let's keep these levels up here. And what we're gonna do is try to go to weekly time frame and see horizontal resistance up here right now. The next one is around this was a 41, but the top is up here at 43. So you got a 41, 43, 69, 115. At least when we are hitting that. Let's see up here. It's above all the moving averages right now on the weekly time frame, daily time frame, also pumping towards the upside. Right now I think it's pumping a little bit too fast. I think it might have a consolidate here on the short terms. Short term, let's see up here. It's not overextended on daily or anything like that. It is going up with speed though, so I think it's gonna hit 40, 41, 40, 43 up here, consolidate before it actually goes to 60, something like that up there. There might be a nice line to draw up here. There might be a nice line to draw up here. Yeah, it's gonna be around 63, 69, give or take, something up there. Just a second, guys. Let me see this. And this one. There you go. Okay, let's continue. So yeah, so this 41 level is definitely a level of importance right now, but I don't think it's gonna break, on the move. Because right now it's just pumping too hard. It's pumping like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. 6 days pumping towards, right now above 50% towards the upside. There is no divergence here on the daily time frame, so I think it's gonna hit 40, between 41 and 43. It's gonna hit some kind of area up here. It's gonna consolidate. Consolidation can take a little while, maybe some kind of pullback. But if it breaks these levels on the next move or something like that, I'm looking at some kind of 69 levels towards the upside up here. Between 63, 69 levels, something like that, towards the upside, and that's still something like 50 plus percent, because it is actually it does looks very nice. It is very bullish, and it just keeps on climbing. It did go down a lot, but the move towards the upside just exploded towards the upside. So on the weekly time frame, we don't the momentum is actually kind of going just kind of sideways up here. The momentum toward this is very good, actually. This is very good. The momentum towards the upside is actually going towards the upside, so that's actually still good. It's only when we do this up here and then you don't have any kind of momentum that you should be. So it is doing nicely. Technically it is looking nicely. I don't know what Atom does, Cosmos, but it does look nice. It does look nice. I like it. It's okay. It's up 10% today though. It's up 10% today. Fantom up 14%. It's not actually, just want to say thanks and stuff. The late captain, I appreciate it. Cosmos just did a network update. Yeah, I'm looking at Fantom right now. It is 14% today. It is going up to this. It is hitting this 2.8 level. We have already checked it out, so you can check it out. Happy New Year. So what I'm gonna do next? This is the coins that we already done, so what are we gonna do next? Future of finance for you. The central line. What is the future of finance? I don't know. FOF, future of finance. FOF? There is no FOF. Good evening, Tiela. You have any thoughts on this SOS token? Yeah, we can check out SOS. Until the central plan figures out, there's this thing called SOS. Is this OpenDAO? I think it's OpenDAO, right? It's OpenDAO. Where is OpenDAO? Yeah, it's a giveaway. OpenDAO Tether. Yeah, it is OpenDAO. Yeah, SOS is OpenDAO. It's OpenDAO. I think it's OpenDAO. Yeah, let's look at this one. So I think I heard there was some kind of giveaway or something like that, or airdrop or something like that, or launch. It pumped a lot on launch and just like bled down. It had a nice pump towards the upside, but still bleeding on the downside. So this looks very bad, and it's technically still bleeding on the downside. And unfortunately, I'm sorry. I know that people people don't like to hear that kind of news and stuff like that. But it is unfortunately just bleeding towards downside, still bleeding towards downside. Now there are a couple of trend lines up here that needs to be watched for, and it's not something like this. No, it's not like this. So this is still bleeding on the downside. So this is a big trend line, needs to be broken. This second big trend line, but it is every time it right now it's in this small downtrend over here, but it's getting these trend lines are increasing in speed, so it is definitely getting pushed on the downside. So the next level to watch for up here, it's this support level down here at 504. If it loses 504, it might dump another move towards downside, because it is getting pushed on downside. It doesn't look all that bullish to me right now. This is 10 moving average right now. It had a nice pump, bullish engulfing candle. So on the daily chart, it does look okay-ish, maybe. I don't know. It went down to, it went down to some kind of bottom down here. If this is, some kind of, airdrop price or something like that, 33, it went down back to the price, and you can see it had a big buy again, so it might find some kind of support down here eventually, right? But I don't know, it's too little data for me to analyze, but right now it looks like it's some kind of downtrend, and the only way to break this downtrend right now is to break this line. Where is this line? Let's pull the line. You can see this line on here, give or take. It's only way to break. Now if it breaks to the upside, it might survive for a little while longer. It needs to break certain levels on the upside. It needs to break definitely certain levels on the upside. Was it 63 and 69, give or take, right? So once it starts going up here, it's gonna have to go above all the moving averages. It has to get a higher high above here, higher high above this one up here. I think this one is actually a lot more important than this one, so I wouldn't consider it. Let's just move. I wouldn't consider a sauce being bullish until it actually gets above this level up here at 69.5 or something like that. So you got some kind of support, you got some kind of resistance, some kind of trend line. It needs to break, if it wants to be bullish, it needs to break this towards the upside. If it wants to pump, it needs to break 69. But if it breaks this on the downside, you might see some kind of retest, something like, and more bleeding towards the downside. It's a new coin, it looks like it's a new coin, but right now it's not looking that bullish though, unfortunately, man, unfortunately. Good luck with the coin though, good luck with the coin. Is this sauce? Let's we forgot to add the sauce. Let's just add sauce. There we go. So all the coins that we do are on this list up here. Don't ask for new coins. Well, the center plan did not future of finance. I still want to do future of finance, but man, where you are. UMA performing well against BTC, beats UMA pumps. Okay, so Chili's or the graph, engine coin, Ethereum, AVAX, yeah, let's do AVAX. AVAX is a nice coin. Now, the problem with AVAX, let's add AVAX to the list. The problem with AVAX is that AVAX didn't, it's not pumping. That's the problem with AVAX. It's not pumping as expected, okay? So you can see I had all kind of lines. This was some kind of top up here. It went to the top. It's so bullish. Everybody talks about it, big words, but it's not performing the way I would want it to perform. And you see, it's bullish. It is bullish. Now, there was no divergence up here on the weekly time frame, so all good. This is all good. This is hidden bullish divergence, so it went towards the upside. Very nice. Are we gonna move from up here, just continue towards the upside? And the momentum is also increasing. Is momentum, yeah, momentum is also increasing towards the upside up here. Beside this one, this is actually going down, but the price is going down, so it is playing ball with the indicators. It is just following everything. Here's a little bit worrying factor, is that the momentum on the it start hugging the moving average, so I don't like that. So oftentimes when you see that oftentimes when you got some kind of moving average, right, and you see these price starts hugging the moving average, oftentimes you have this drop on the downside, oftentimes, because sometimes you can also have some kind of resistance and you break that towards the upside. Depends on how this actually looks. You break that towards the upside, that's gonna be nice, but if you fail to break the upside, oftentimes you just drop on the downside, and that's what happened is here, because you can see this clearly on this indicator down here. You can see that the momentum is going towards the downside while the price is getting these higher wicks towards the upside. Beside these two are actually playing ball. These two are playing ball, but these two went kind of down. So it is hugging more and more the 10 moving average up here, and we are looking for some kind of pullback. Right now it looks for some kind of pullback on the weekly time frame. That's why I'm saying everybody's talking and it's down -4% already, so it's not that bullish. It's not that bullish. It's not that bullish right now. It's not that bullish right now, but but maybe it's gonna be bull, because AVAX is one of these coins that people are talking about, but it's not performing. It's not performing. So there is definitely some kind of support line down here. Let's try to figure out the support line. We don't want to break the support line. Okay, so it's something like this up here. Let's see on the weekly time frame where that is. Let's remove the moving average so we can read the chart nicer and easier. Yeah, this looks something like here, give or take. I mean, can definitely go higher. I mean, okay, let's go to the chart up here. I'm thinking, you know, this is some kind of overshooting the week. Does this look like some kind of rising wedge to you guys? I mean, this is try, you know, this is when, you know, a lot of, you know, hype got in and then went inside. Right now top up here, but it is in this rising wedge. I think it's rising wedge, and that's why I was seeing that, like, it's been bullish and it has been performing, but suddenly it's not performing that well for some reason. And it might be because we are in some kind of rising wedge up here, give or take. Let's go to the daily chart up here. It might indicate like some kind of rising wedge. This is like failure to get out of that, you know, two times failure to break the rising wedge towards the upside. So if we break this support line down here, is support line support by any kind of moving average or something like that, 50, 100 moving average down here. So if this starts going down and it falls below 100 moving average on the downside, it's gonna look ugly, right? But it can go all the way down to some kind of, right now it's some kind of 80, 90 levels or something like that right here. As long as it stays inside this rising wedge is fine. And if it breaks the, you know, towards the upside, it might pump, but you know, it already tried that 2 times right now, and it's kind of losing steam up here. So let's see if the steam is being lost. There is no divergence up here on daily 2-day chart up here, and there is no divergence up here. So it is actually playing ball. Let's see 1 hourly time frame up here. What we can see up here. Maybe all the way down there. Interesting. Let's go to 4-hourly time frame up here. I know there are, it's too steep, but this is a legit one, and this one is not. Should be something like this up here. It's kind of breaking it too much. Maybe give or take, eh? Doesn't matter. The support is down here at 87 or something like that. So you can see down here it already went down there. So if it breaks on downside, it might look for some kind of 87 level. Now where did we draw the? Okay, let's go a little bit back. Let's go daily time frame up here on AVAX. There's some kind of trend line up here, right? Now if breaking trend line, it might just survive. Breaking trend line up here, it just might survive and then we'll try another move towards the upside. But if it starts getting pushed on the downside down here and it starts breaking the 100 moving average on the downside, it's not good. But yeah, it looks like it's running out of the steam. So I would like it, to pump, because everybody's talking about, but it's just not pumping. It's just not pumping for some reason. Possible exit pump for whales in play. Might be that, I don't know. But it did hit some kind of, you know, what's that up here, 150 levels or something like that. How much did it pump from the bottom to the top? We'd like to figure that out. Wow, that's like 15x since July. Yeah, so it did pump hugely. So when's the next moon phase? Right now, today, it's starting, you know, starting yesterday, today. So right now we are having the new moon, the dump moon, unfortunately. Let's see how that actually plays out. Let's go back to Bitcoin as a second up here. It is pulling back though. It is pulling back in 4 hourly. Right now back about 46.1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You remember what I said, guys? You remember what I said? You remember what I said? No. Just go Twitter home. You remember what I said, guys? Remember. I should probably have some kind of, you know, instant button for this over here, but you know. You remember what I said? You remember what I said, guys? Who remembers what I said? Who remembers what I said? I gotta find it. This is funny. I lolled so hard when I saw this. Yeah, very funny, very funny. Okay, where is the thing? Oh, that's a long time ago, man. They should have like you know, button for, you know, favorites, favorite tweets. I don't know. I think I'm getting close. But I'm not quite sure. Am I getting close? There is it. TLA rule. The more the price touches the line, the likely it is it will break the line. We all know that. But unless we touch it more than 6 times, then it's like godly support resistance of the century. Unbreakable force of nature. So, we are right now at 6 touches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, how many more touches do you have to have? The 3 wallies. What happened to the 3 wallies? The 3 wallies are coming, guys. The 3 wallies are coming on the daily time frame. You can see here the 3 wallies. This is the second wally, right? So we got you know, 1 wally, 2 wallies, and we right now are gonna do 3 wallies. 1, 2, 3. I know what people are saying, 1, 2, 3, but you know, this might be 1, 2, 3. You know, 1, 2, 3. 3 wallies. So you know, we're gonna get there. Okay, what is the next coin we're gonna check? I thought of this tweet today. Okay, what's the next stuff we're gonna look at? Hamza wants to see BPro. Hamza, for you, we're gonna do BPro. If I can find BPro. BPro is on Qcoin. BPro is on Qcoin. We're gonna do BPro. You see, I've been doing BPro before. You see the lines, man. You see the lines. I've been doing right over here. That got broken towards the upside. Then it went down. Right now going towards the downside. We can just continue with this right now. Is this some kind of a bottom down here? Is this some kind of a bottom? I like the line. I like that line. I'm gonna keep the line. First of all, we're gonna remove this up here, and I'm gonna add the line. You know, that's a nice line, man. That's a nice line. So you definitely don't want to break this this on the downside, though. You definitely don't want to break this on the downside. You definitely don't want to break this on that side. I don't know if this one is here. Maybe it's something like this up here. Give or take. You definitely... Do you know why you don't want to break this onto the downside? If you are not at some kind of button right now on BPro and you break this on the downside, it's gonna dump pretty hard. Do you know why it's gonna dump pretty hard? Because this trend line, this is a trend line, you can see trend line over here breaking to the downside, right back up here, but right now it's going... This trend line is going towards downside. When you break the trend line, you can increase the speed. So right now this downtrend up here breaking this trend down here might start going a little bit faster towards downside. So you do not want to break to the downside. You do not want to break this to the downside. It does not look good though. It does not look good. On the moving averages, it's below all the moving averages right now. We're gonna see some kind of indicators right now. This is daily. This is 2 day. 2 day is still below. Let's see weekly. Weekly is still below, but it's, you know, getting this support, nice support on the 100 moving average on the 100 moving average on the weekly time frame. This is a big time frame, and you know it's hitting this. This very important moving average with this support line. So you got a support line hitting the 100 moving average on the weekly time frame. So there is nice support, definitely some kind of nice support going on here. Let me just see monthly down here. Monthly is below 20 moving average down here, so not actually that exciting move, but yeah, right now it's on the 100 moving average down here. So let's look at some kind of indicators down here and see what if they are telling the tale that we are not reading right now. This is going towards down, this is going towards downside. Previous bottoms on this up here came around 40. This one down here, it was at 47. Right now we are at some kind of 40 levels. So you're definitely still in some kind of this is still some kind of uptrend up here. Going on, because we are not falling below the 40 level, so we don't have we don't have any kind of downtrend yet. This is not any kind of bear market or anything like that yet. Let's see. Okay, I did not mean to click stuff. So this went parabolic, this is, yeah. So this looks like there is definitely some kind of a trend line up here that needs to be broken. So could we say this is a falling wedge? Yeah, maybe it's some kind of bottom right now. Maybe it's some kind of, I definitely do not want to fall below this level down here. I definitely don't want to fall, what's that? Yeah, wow, that's 52, 51, give or take. Let's zoom in a little bit up here. Yeah, this Fortnite, let's say 50. I don't want to fall below 50. I don't want to fall below 50, because if you fall below 50, you fall below 100 moving average. You below. There is definitely also some kind of the bottom down here. You can see the bottom. Let's see on the trend line. That's some kind of support. So if you do fall below these levels down here, I'm looking at something like 38. Something like 38. Definitely it's 38 down here. Support levels. Now there are weekly support levels down here at 32 as well, but this 38 might actually hold. So anything below 38 all the way down here to some kind of 33 levels. And this up here is getting broken technically. I think it's getting broken right now. Yeah, it's just getting broken. It's in the ballpark area. So right now you are sitting on support on BPro. It did go parabolic up here towards the upside. How much did this actually do? This actually did 94 times X. It's almost 100x, probably 100x if you measure it from some kind of lows down here. So did this 100x from February to March. Yeah, so this is 100x, and after that it's just been going on the downside, just being just slowly bleeding on the downside. So there are definitely some kind of supports below us. If we fall lose 50, looking at some kind of 38 all the way down 33, 3 levels, but like right now it's some kind of support, and maybe this is gonna bounce towards the upside. But I'm neither bullish nor bearish on this. It's just so and so. There are definitely better coins, but it does not show any kind of bullishness right now. Unfortunately, it doesn't show any kind of bullishness right now. Not cheap enough to go shopping, not pumping, just back and forth in a dull zone. Yeah, a little bit like that. They're trying to tire you out. Chainlink is actually doing really well today. Okay, let's do Chainlink today, guys. Chainlink. Long time since I've been Chainlink, so I'm excited to see what's happening with Chainlink. Today, yes, this is a weekly time frame. Let's just remove all the lines up here. You got support of this 100 moving average bounce right now below the moving average. Is still, if you want to become bullish, you need to be above all the moving averages, even on the monthly time frame. So if you want the link to be bullish, you need to get back above 27 levels. If you don't get above this 27 levels, like, what are you even doing with your life, man? What you even doing with your life? You gotta get back above 27. If you get above 27, all good and dandy, you're nice, you're bullish and stuff like that, right? Right now, we are not quite there yet, but it's not that far away. It's not that far away. You can see up here, that's how much is that right now? That's like 15% towards the upside. So definitely not, you know, not that far away. Today it's up something like 7% when Bitcoin is down. Bitcoin is down 2%, Chainlink is up 7%, so definitely showing bullishness. Even when Bitcoin is going down, it is showing bullishness, and we like that. Definitely okay, doing fine right now. And I also see, you know, people talking about Chainlink. Now, people talking about Chainlink. I've seen people talk, but you know, on the charts, it is showing a little bit bullishness. But Chainlink is one of these, you know, coins that it's not big pumper. It pumps, but it's not big pump. BPro is not a scam. I don't know, I just look at the chart, man. I just look at the chart. So you know, right now, technically looking, it is breaking this, you know, high up here as well. So if it can close above today, if it can close above, what's that, 22, 23 today. If it can close above 23 today, it is nice. It is nice. It is nice. It's gonna get a little bit bullish. Agent of Satan, thanks, $10. Could you check out ICP? Sorry, man, super chats, no requests. Just to give everybody fair, but thanks for bucks. So you gotta get above 23 or something like that. You gotta get above 23 or something like that. 27 up here. If it gets above 27, it's very bullish. But right now, just, you know, climbing. It's just climbing above the slowly above the moving averages. So you can stay above 23 today. It's gonna be very nice. It's gonna be very nice. So it is kicking in bullishness. I've seen people talking about it. I've seen people talking about it. So let's go to the weekly time frame. Maybe draw some kind of trend lines up here and see where we might encounter some, you know, different resistances towards the upside. Now this was the 50 moving average up here, right? That's 27. So we're gonna keep that resistance up here. This 23 we're gonna remove because we don't need it. So this is wait. So this is the weekly 50 MA. So we're gonna keep that. This is the weekly 50 MA. So we're gonna keep that. That's an important resistance line. Let's see monthly up here. Monthlies are also gonna be very important levels to, you know, monthly. Okay, there's a monthly, there's a weekly 50 MI. So these are important levels to, you know, take notes of. So we get up here. Yeah, these three tops up here, very important levels up here. So that's around something like 33, 34, because we tried 1 to broke that. Like this like 33, 34 levels is important resistance, So we are not, so right now we know that there's a resistance towards the upside. Also this one on the downside might take that as a resistance. So we know there is a resistance towards the upside and downside. The question is, how will this actually, you know, break out? Just so you know where the levels are, this is 24. This is next is 27. Then you got the resistance at 29 or 30 bucks, 30 bucks up here, and then this is a big one. This is between 33 and 34, give or take 33, something like that. That's a big one. This is a huge resistance up here. So you know, we're gonna see that, and then after that we got some kind of 38. So these are a big resistance that needs to be broken on the way towards the upside, and right now you know, slowly it might actually move. The question is not where the resistance, but how is this actually gonna, you know, play towards the upside. So let's try to, you know, draw some kind of trend line. Let's see some kind of log line up here. How much did it do actually? How much did it do? It did like 6% now. But since down here it did already like 33x, you know. So it depends when you bought, right? So let's see up here. This is a long-term chart. Let's do a log up here for this one, because it is a big one though. It is a big one though. Should be down here. Maybe something like this, right? It's maybe something like this, give or take. It does look nice. So it's a huge head and shoulders pattern, and this, you know, this goes to zero. It's gonna go to zero, guys. It's gonna go to zero. No, it's not. So it did hit some kind of bottom down here, you know, and just like a lot of other coins, it did hit some kind of bottom. If it breaks this bottom on the downside, it's gonna look bad. So right now we're gonna look at RSI. You're gonna see RSI is these 3 points up here are at the same level on the RSI. I think they're on the same level on RSI. Let's see, not actually on the same level. This is this was 42. This is also 42, and this one up here it's only a 52, but this one is at 43. So these are some kind of very low levels on the weekly time frame. So that might just indicate some kind of bottom, big bottom for because if you go below these levels on the 42, you are technically, you know, breaking the trend. You are technically breaking the trend, the big trend, and you're going into some kind of bearish territory. So I don't think we are ready for that just yet. We got a nice trend line up here. I think it should go something like this. Nah, maybe up here. Where is the line, man? Where is the line? I think, yeah, I think maybe something like this. Maybe this is the line. Maybe this is some kind of triangle. This is a big ass triangle playing out. Maybe, just maybe. So it doesn't matter. It looks like you are on the bottom of the triangle and you have more room towards the upside. So here the top up here is around the, you know, 30-31 levels. If you remember the resistance that we just drew, or I'm not gonna redraw the resistance, but there was one resistance at 30 levels, right? Up here at 30 levels, there was one resistance. So this might, you know, go all the way up to some kind of 30 levels. But eventually you gotta get out of this, you know, either break this long-term trend on the downside or break the upside. But right now it is a play between the support and the resistance up here. It does nice moves, but I think it can go only something like 30 before it actually, you know, consolidates and maybe breaks out eventually. But right now it is bullish, and you know, people are talking about Chainlink, so all nice and dandy in the, you know, world of Chainlink. And you know, when Bitcoin is down 2%, right now it was down 2.2%. Right now Bitcoin is down 1.8%. It's kind of pulling back a little bit up here on the 4-hourly time frame at least. You see this big dodgy pullback. But Link, you know, Link is pumping. Link is pumping nicely. Right now, little bit bullish on Link. Yeah. But unfortunately, Chainlink is one of these coins that are just like, they're not, like Fantom is a pumper. You know, Fantom pumps like 14%, 20%, 30%, like, but Chainlink, like, it goes up, but it doesn't pump, you know what I'm saying? That is a massive head and shoulders. Yeah, but these massive head and shoulders don't work, man. This is since July, man. This is since July, so it's not. You have to look at the some patterns have to be looked at in the span of you know, human attention span, right? So reason why we are trying to, you know, get some kind of you know, head and shoulders patterns gets created like this, right? You have some kind of, you know, resistance, you try to break that, maybe something like this, and then for third time you break. But you know, attention span is enough up down here. Attention span is enough to remember what's happened here. But this, you know, what's happening up here, people are not looking what's happened back there. Only when you look at the chart, you know that the resistance is, you know, the resistance is not being broken yet. You know, so something like here, if it creates up here, that's, you know, head and shoulder. But this is not head and shoulders pattern. It looks like a head and shoulders pattern, but you know, it's not. It's not. Because the attention span is too far for, you know, humans to, you know, comprehend what's happening. So humans need to, you know, see the pattern, you know, remember the resistance, and then, you know, the pattern plays out, I think. Because sometimes people like say, oh, that's you know, 6 years, you know, head and shoulders pattern. It is, but it's not, you know. I think patterns need to be, you know, it's some kind of area where, you know, the human mind can comprehend the distance and remember the, you know, resistance level, and that way, you know, these patterns can, you know, be a lot more. Shall we pump one day? But it's pumping now, but it's not, you know, it's 3%. It's nice. it'll be next top 3. Remember this. AVAX, I hope it will. I hope it will. Can you check Wink USD? Sure, let's do Wink. Wink is one of these coins nobody cares about, so we're gonna do it fast. It was one of these coins. Are we gonna do the Q coin? Let's do the Q coin stuff because we are shilling Q coin links, guys. We are shilling Q coin links day and night over here. Q coin link. Link is hugely undervalued. Yeah, that's what everybody says, but you know, I don't see the pumpage. I'm seeing bullishness, I don't see the pumpage. I don't see the pumpage. I remember Wink very, very well. I don't know if everybody remembers Wink, but you know, the Wink pumped like crazy up here. It went parabolic, of course. It went 4000% towards the upside. That's 40x, and after 40x, what did it do? Well, it kind of went, you know, a little bit south for the winter, right? A little bit south for the winter. This line might be a little bit on downside, something like this down here, give or take. So you can see right here that after being, you know, going parabolic up here, it went down, find some kind of bottom, went up again, could not break that, went down again. Up here, it actually broke the trend line. Started going towards the upside, and right now fell back on this support line right now. Whether this is going to go towards the upside or not, now if everything does continue going towards the upside, it just might do that. Let's see weekly time frame, how this looks on the weekly time frame. Let's remove some of these lines so you can see it. Wow, I actually love this. So this is very strong resistance right now. This is very strong resistance right now. 59, give or take, right? 59, 60 levels. That's very strong resistance. 10, 20, 50 moving average on the spot, on the same spot, both of them. That's decent resistance. So it is some kind of bottom. You can see that right now all of these three are coming down to some kind of 44 levels. If we break this on the downside, it's gonna look bad because that's gonna be, you know, catastrophic for not only for Wing but you know, for everything else. So you don't want to do that. It does not look bullish. It looks, what am I gonna say? It is below the moving averages, but it did break this trend. It did break the trend. See, it did break the trend, but right now it's on the support on the trend. If it wants to be bullish, it needs to go up here above 60, and then it needs to break this top up here at 85. Right, it needs to break top 85. So these two levels are what I'm considering important levels for Wink right now. 60 and 85, but right now it's on downside. So let's see, let's just zoom in a little bit up here and see what's happening down here, because the downtrend, this fast downtrend got broken right up here. This fast downtrend got broken up here, so it is right now going kind of sideways. Maybe it's looking to pump just like Bitcoin and everything else. Let's see here some kind of, there is no divergence up here and there. Let's see 2-day chart up here, no divergence or anything like that, just kind of leaning towards downside. Do we have any kind of momentum decreasing or something? Let's see daily time. No, I don't see it, don't see it. Okay, let's no, I won't say this is it. I won't say. I'll probably use this one up here. So it is some kind of support, like everything else. It is some kind of support. If it wants to be bullish, it needs to get about 60 or 85. It is some kind of support, and if it falls even, you know, a little bit on the downside, it just might look quite bad. This is not the line. I'm not quite sure about the line on the side. I'm not sure, you know, of this line on the downside. This looks more legit to me, but you know. Let's say something like this. It is breaking this level down here, you know, 64. I mean, it can go down with the week and nothing can happen, but if it starts closing below, you know, 46 and stuff like that, it might look bad. It might look bad. Down here it's at 34 or something like that. Now, I cannot say whether it's bullish or bearish. It is some kind of support levels and stuff like that. It doesn't have enough bullishness to, you know, call anything right now. And, you know, what kind of pattern it's creating up here right now, I honestly don't know. It's a little bit scary. It doesn't look bullish. It just so and so, But Wink is one of these coins, you know, nobody heard about down here. Nobody even knew about it. You know, started going up parabolic. Everybody started talking about it. You know, went up 50x, and after 50x, still nobody. You know, bag holders are talking about it. I understand that, but right now there is no hype about it. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, man, but you know that's life. That's life. At least the way I see it right now. You know, but for whatever reason, if you know you want to, you know, people start talking about it, these are the two levels it needs to get above. We can get above those two levels, he's gonna do nicely. TLI trying his best to give a hope line. Hey, any chance you could take a look at ICP? Thanks, sure, man. And there was also the super chat on the ICP, so you know, two flies in one. Let's do ICP. But you know, only reason I'm doing ICP is because I know what it looks like, so I want to talk about it. Oh man. So it's not as bad as SLP. I don't know if you heard about SLP. So ICP is not as bad as SLP. SLP is just like bleeding towards downside, but ICP is also bleeding towards downside. It broke certain levels. Now let's go to weekly time frame. Up here it is down at 24 on the weekly time frame, but that's because of this you know, it started pretty high towards the upside, you know, so it's too early. But the momentum is increasing towards downside, you know, so it's really hard to say anything on the weekly time frame. Let's go to the daily time frame. Let's go to daily time frame and see what's happening up here, you know, because the, you know, the price has you know, a little bit and here's the problem. You remember when we were saying that, you know, certain levels should not be broken and stuff like that, you know. It went down here, you know, some kind of 30 levels down on the daily time frame. It managed to climb back on that. Right now it's going a little bit towards the upside. It is having this. Does it have any kind of divergence up here? It is going a little bit towards us. So no divergence, everything looks fine and dandy. So this might be some kind of bottom, right? This might be some kind of bottom for ICP. It's at 28, but I've heard that people have been buying this at 700 or something like that. So I don't know if it's gonna go ever go back to 700 or something like that. Some crazy numbers. I mean, it's not that much technically if you think about it. Like 700, like it's only like 30x. Stuff can do 30x, man. Stuff can do 30x pretty fast. So let's remove everything down here. It is above 10 and 20 moving average, as you can see up here. It is right now breaking the this resistance up here. So this might be you know, be some kind of like you know, some kind of double bottom down here. So if you can manage to close above 28, maybe we can start seeing some kind of you know, 50 moving average here at 32 levels. It's gonna also act as a resistance towards the upside. So right now it's very important to, you know, start climbing towards the upside, because it did hit some kind of bottom down here, and this is 35. Let's see up here, this is 32, 33 levels. So on the daily time frame, that's the 50 moving average. So this is also important level of resistance gonna be, because it also corresponds to the weekly time frame. Then you got, of course, 10 moving average up here. You got a 50 moving average up here, and this 20 moving average, and this 20 moving average also corresponds to these bottoms down here. So between 42, 43. So you see, you know, on the way up, you got a couple of resistance to break, 28, 32, 35. 43, 44. How is this gonna play out? Kind of depends. I'm you know, it is definitely some kind of uptrend right now over here. If you can manage to, you know, get a higher high up here, if you can manage to get a high up here, it is some kind of uptrend. But then we come to, you know, we have to be, you know, it cannot break this downtrend. It cannot break this trend. What I'm gonna use, this trend up here. It cannot break this trend, because this is right now the climbing trend. If it breaks the trend up here, it's gonna start going sideways again. So if you want this to pump, you know, it needs to pump on this trend line up here. So these two bottoms up here are giving it the trend, and right now it needs to climb on this trend towards the upside, because if it starts breaking trend on the downside, it's gonna lose the steam pretty fast, you know, especially since it's been, you know, dumping for so long. But as long as it can close today above 28, you know, I think it's gonna get you know, a little bit bullishness towards the upside. So not total, you know, and this is, you know, it's been performing pretty badly over a long time, so it's not very bullish coin. But you know, any kind of moves towards the upside do help right now, right? And you know, it is up to, you know, today 5.5% when Bitcoin is down to 3% today. But you know, not very excited about it yet. Not very excited about it yet. How much it did in the last 3 days? It did 20% in the last 3 days. So maybe it does that, because you'll see oftentimes you'll see coins that go down a lot, and then they suddenly pump like 100%. So everybody starts FOMO in, and then it does continue doing this, right? So just because something does, you know, 100%, you know, it's not technically bullish. So for this to be actually bullish, let's assume we wanna make ICP bullish. When is ICP technically bullish? When it needs to break some long-term trend lines. So this is a downtrend line on the weekly time frame. It needs to get above at least 44 level up here, 20 moving average up here. So it needs to get at least above 45 up here. And once it gets above 45, it needs to get above this level up here. That's a 53, because this is some kind of top up here. So you want to have a higher high. And so I would say above, if you want ICP to be one of these bullish coins that everybody talks about, I think it needs to go above 53. I think once it does that, I mean, once it does that, it's done like 155% towards the upside. But you know, to become bullish, to have an uptrend, and be one of these coins that people are talking about, hey man, this is actually looking good on technically, it needs to get above 53. And there are a lot of, you know, resistance towards that level, so we're gonna see how far it can climb. But you know, eventually, maybe it's something like this. Actually, technically, I think it's more something like this than yeah, something like this actually. But 53, you know, to get this higher high, you know, 53, because you can see it just not getting these higher highs. So we need to get to that point. Teen late adopter Inu dog. Late. Yeah, why not? Who remembers when ICP went nuts and everyone's like, WTF is ICP? Yeah, I remember that very well. Suddenly it was like top 10 on CoinMarketCap, and everybody was like, what's happening? Thanks to Trinity, like, can you do Cardano? The center plane, you gotta check this video, man. You gotta check this video. If you go to YouTube, Tech Lead, you gotta check the video, man. This video, Tech Lead. What did I press, man? What did I press?
Alright, welcome back. It's AVAX, and
he talks about Cardano, man. He talks about Cardano. Not in the most favorable way, but you know, you might check it out. Only way ICP going up is if we kill it and its spirit travels up to heaven. We'll see how that actually works out. I'm gonna check Cardano, guys. Okay, let's check Cardano for the center play. Cardano. So Cardano is still in a downtrend. It had nice pump up here. How much was this pump? 30% towards the upside. It just kind of hit this, this resistance, and it got rejected back down again. Unfortunately, it looks like Bitcoin. Though. It looks like Bitcoin, but you know, it is a little bit better than Bitcoin, I think. But it kind of looks still, not very optimistic yet on Cardano. Let's see if there is any kind of positivity up here that might say that we are. Well, I like that, up here it is kind of hugging, so this usually, goes something like this, and then it breaks to the upside, like big move towards the upside. So let's, and, explodes towards the upside. So it's gonna explode towards the upside, it's gonna explode some kind of 1.8 level or something like that. It might do that, 30-40% towards the upside. The momentum has been decreasing for a long time. Ever since the top up here, the momentum has been decreasing while the price has been dumping, which indicates, that some kind of exhaustion is happening on the charts. Weekly time frame, unfortunately, it's not that optimistic. I don't know. It looks like it's still bleeding on the downside. It still looks like it's still bleeding on the downside. It went up all the way to the 50 moving average on the dollar and got rejected by that. So it's a little bit on the downside. No, it needs to break that. It needs to break these levels up here. That's gonna be 50 moving average up here. 1.6 exactly on the dollar. It needs to break that. So it is below support right now. Let's go into the daily time frame. Let's go to 4. Is there any kind of pattern up here happening? Are you missing something? Now if Bitcoin goes up, everything's gonna go up, of course, and I think Bitcoin might you know, perform nicely. I wouldn't say this is the best line, but you know, it is okay-ish. So maybe it's hitting some kind of support right now here on the short term. Yeah, so I think it might be some kind of triangle. It's kind of crappy triangle. I'm not really fond of this up here, but you know, and there is a lot of moving averages up here. But you know, this this support line up here cannot be broken. If you break the support line, you fall a little bit more down. So that's around 1.3. So give or take 1.3. So if you break support line at 1.3 down here, it's not a good feeling, right? Now on the other hand, if you break, I would say it's 1.39. It's the 50 moving average right now on the 4-hourly time frame up here. So this level up here and this level down here. So maybe this trend line should go a little bit differently. Maybe this is the trend line down here. But you know, a 50 moving average is important. So if you can get above 139, you know, it might kick enough bullishness to continue towards the upside. But if you close below 130 and downside, it might go towards the downside. So anything between these two lines is right now just trading range up here. So it's gonna go. Now these are also important to note. So it's gonna happen pretty fast. I think it's gonna happen pretty fast up here. That's January 7th, like a couple of days, at most couple of days, but I think it's gonna happen sooner than later. I have a love-hate relationship with Cardano and VeChain. Everybody grab a buddy. Definitely is a meme coin channel, right? Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. So. But you know, sometimes you have to understand that, you know, the guy is, you know, is a programmer, so he understands technology. He is not very good, you know, on fundamentals. He's not very good, you know, at creating Ponzi coins. He's not very good, you know, to keeping his, you know, I'm not gonna say anything about it. But you know, people are good at certain stuff. They're not good at all the stuff. So you know, you have to look at, you know, from the perspective of what he is good at, you know. Tila, would you mind having a quick look at XCAD, please? Yeah, man, why not? Let's check out XCAD. It's a Qcoin. It's a Qcoin coin. It's a Qcoin coin, guys. It's a Qcoin coin.
Thank you.
Use the link down below in the description.
You guys did it.
Get on Qcoin, guys. Easiest way to, you know, join the Qcoin. Okay. So this looks like it's consolidating up here at the top up here right now. You can see the consolidation. Now the question is whether this consolidation is gonna break to upside or downside. Let's see on the weekly time frame. What's your take on BTC dumping while market SPY is green? Well, BTC is not dumping, and I don't know what market SPY is. I will check it out and give my professional ADA fanboy feedback. Yeah, do that, man. I love the ad and claps. Oh yeah, I forgot. Every time I do this, there is
Thank you.
I forgot that there is sound, there is volume. I forgot. I thought it was only the image. Only the image. SHA is Qcoin coin, yeah. So we like Qcoin coins because I can shield the link, man. I can shield the link. So up here is going towards higher grounds. It needs to pump more a little bit to avoid this. You know, it needs to pump more to avoid because right now it has double divergence up here. but it's not that significant. It's not that significant. It's already at 60 level, something like that, down here at 50. Let's see the daily time frame. Let's see the daily time frame on XCAD. The momentum is, yeah, but it is, the momentum is, so definitely can draw a triangle up here. We can definitely draw some kind of triangle up here. Can draw a triangle, at least a line up here, but on the bottom side you can see the trend line, right? The trend line is there, right? But the question is this top side up here. I don't know. Is this legit up here? Let's check XCAD on PolyonX. Because it has a little bit more data, but you know, it's not that much. It's not that much. So this is basically all of the data up here. 141%. Is that it? No, it cannot be that. 10x. So it went 10x from when? From July. Yeah, unfortunately it went 17x from July bottom. Unfortunately. Only 3x from up here. So the question is, can this actually break on the upside? Can this actually, you know, it is above all the moving averages on all the time frames, so that's nice. 4-hour list, it's not on the 4-hour list, so 4-hour list a little bit maybe pulling it on the downside, but it's definitely hitting some kind of resistance right now to top up here. I think this triangle. Yeah, I think this is the one, but this down here, it's not actually. I think it may be something like this. It's not symmetrical triangle. Kind of disappointed a little bit in that one. Let's see up here. Well, it kind of hit this, you know, resistance a little bit to face, so might have some kind of, you know, consolidation up here before it actually breaks it, you know. Maybe some kind of pullback and then a right back up again. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You know, when it breaks, it breaks. When it breaks, it breaks, right? This is weekly. Let's see daily up here. Daily should be, yeah, give or take these two levels, right? Just make one. So we want to break 8 point something, right? But this can go for a while. This can go for a while, right? This can go for a while. So even if it breaks a little bit, it can just come right back down again, which is kind of not motivating enough. So what I will look for, we want some kind of trend to break, right? 4-hourly trend up here. We don't care about these lines. What do we want? What we want some kind of trend to break. Where is the trend? Some kind of trend. Like if it breaks, it's gonna go, you know, nicely towards the upside. Maybe this is the line. Maybe this is the reason why it actually, you know. It's 8.2 right now. I think we want it to break this trend line. I think we want to break the trend line. It does look nice. Give or take, give or take. So right now, I think over here, let's see if that's climbing. It's climbing a little bit towards the upside. I think it needs to consolidate up here, and the moving averages, you know, need to start, you know, going a little bit more speedy towards the upside. But it's only after break. If it wants to, you know, pump, it's not enough to just get to the resistance up here at at 8.2 or something like that. I think, and it's not enough, you know, to do, you know, to break it like this up here. I think if this wants to, you know, speed up towards the upside, I think it needs to break this trend line up here. I think so. It doesn't matter. It looks good, but it doesn't look like somehow I just don't feel it's gonna break, you know, break it right now and continue towards the upside. See weekly time frame up here, 60. Maybe hard to tell. Some coins are hard to tell. FT been pumping, yeah. Anyways, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm kind of tired. I've got this 344 watts. Let's end the poll. By the way, guys, we did a couple of coins. BTC right now, you know, performing nicely. You know, getting back where it should get back to. Ethereum has this falling wedge. I think, you know, it's gonna, you know, break out of. Fantom is pumping like crazy. Then we did all of these other coins. You can go and check it on the. You can go check it on the when the stream is done. Tila, we love you. Haga. Anyways, guys, I'm kind of bummed out. We'll look at the replay, my bad. Yeah. So all these coins we already done, you know. So if you want to check that, you know, you're welcome to check that. See you around, guys. I'm taking evening 1 hour and 30 minutes. That's nice. Bye bye. Thanks for stopping by, guys. And of course,
That was genius.
the Q coin.
Thank you. Great job. You guys did it. No, it's you.
Yeah, see you around. Bye bye.